The fear is caused by the lack of information in the international oil market. The availability of exact and accurate information about the demand and supply of oil in the international market is one of the reasons of the price volatility of oil. Next reason is the nature of oligopoly nature of the oil producers. Since there are little and a few numbers of oil producers in the world, and thus it is a non-renewable sources of energy, and because of this, there is always a constant struggle between the other users of the oil and the suppliers of the oil. This causes a constant uncertainty in the world market about the availability of oil. That is one of the reasons for the price volatility of oil. Because oil has an inelastic demand in the short run, even if the prices of oil rises, the demand of the oil won't fall. And even if the price of the oil is very low, the demand won't increase because of the storage problems of oil. So, due to inelastic nature of the oil in the short run, the demand and supply won't vary as much as because of the volatility of oil. The supply side is similar to the demand side, because if the price of the oil rises, suppliers cannot increase the supply of oil because of the lengthy oil extraction process that takes several months or years to accomplish. Next is the no available substitute in the market. Because oil has no substitute and the cross elasticity of oil with any other fuel is zero, the volatility of oil is very high in the market. Other major reason is the speculative activities in the market. Spot market is a place where oil is traded, actual oil is traded in cash, and the delivery is made instantaneously. But in the future market, oil is not traded. It is only traded in papers. It means that the actual trading of delivery of oil doesn't happen. So only it is made in contract. So the major world future markets are the New York Mercantile Exchange and International Petroleum Exchange in London. These two markets are the places where refineries and or aircraft manufacturers, airline agencies make future contracts to minimize the risk of price volatility of oil. The US dollar. Value of US dollar is one of the reasons for the major rise in the price. Because oil is traded all over the world in terms of dollars, whenever the value of dollar falls, the demand for the oil also falls. It was believed traditionally, but now the concept has changed. People now believe that investment in the commodity market is a very prospective investment. So people have turned to the oil as an alternative investment for dollar. So whenever the dollar value decreases, people tend to invest more on oil. When this happens, the price of oil increases instantly. And if the value of the dollar rises, people invest in dollar. This causes the value of price of oil to fall in the international market. We can see this from the supply side as well. Whenever the value of the dollar falls in the international market, the revenue earned by the oil producers will be very low, but the cost remains constant. Due to the difference in the cost and the revenue earned by the producers, they have to maintain a certain level of profit margin. To maintain that level of profit margin, they will have to increase the price. So this causes a negative relationship between the value of dollar as well as the price of oil. Geopolitical reasons. Geopolitical reasons means all the political instabilities and economic instabilities present in the oil exporting countries. From this figure, we can see that major oil exporting nations, which are Venezuela, Iraq, and Nigeria, they all have been politically and economically unstable in the past few decades or more than a few decades. Some examples, we can see that Venezuela has a faulty policy about the division of the profits, and Nigeria has a constant struggle between the government of Nigeria as well as the local tribes about the distribution of the profit generated from the oil revenues. And Iraq is in constant struggle with the US about the nuclear programs it has been running. So due to these instabilities in the political situation and economic instabilities, the price of oil has risen in the past few years. Another main reason is the intervention of government in the oil market. Whenever there is an intervention of government in the oil market, such as the price controls and subsidies, it affects the functioning of the oil market as well. such that when the prices of the oil is cut by the subsidies and price cuts, the demand of the oil in those countries will rise because they do not face the problem of high oil. But in the countries where there are no subsidies, the prices of oil are too high, so that people cut off the demand. So the demand in the decrease in those countries are offset by the increase in demand in the subsidized countries. So this causes for difference in the demand and supply in different countries, but the actual demand and supply never changes in the economy market as a whole. So the demand fails to adjust to the changes in price, and so the price continues to rise as well. Another reason is the natural disasters and calamities that are present and happen in the oil-producing nations. Whenever there is a natural calamities and disaster in the oil-producing nation as well as other parts of the world, people fear that the supply of the oil will decrease, and somehow that uncertainty created in their mind will lead to the increase in the demand. And when the demand increases, naturally the price will increase. Some examples are the earthquake in China. When the earthquake happened in China, people felt that the price demand will decrease because China is a very large country and demands lot of oil. But the opposite happened because people believed that the oil-fueled pipelines that were present in China were damaged due to the earthquakes. And due to this reason, people felt that there will be a shortage of oil in China, and so the prices and the demand of oil rose in that area. And the Hurricane Katrina in the US is another example of such natural calamities that increase the demand as well as the price of oil. And the next part will be continued by Mrs.